are unfortunately inversely related frequently.
It's true. It's true.
Green is the strongest. Strongest there is.
It's true. It's true. Hello, everybody, and welcome! Sorry, you interrupted our conversation. We're talking about how green sucks, apparently. We are here to talk about our 5 best or top or favorite or strongest level 0 survivor cards. It's a sad day when a cycle of list videos is done, but that just means there's a new cycle around the corner where we're just going to do...
We're not done. We could do multicolor and neutral still.
We can't do multicolor. Bryn broke the system.
Okay,
Bryn
we can do
broke.
neutral still.
We could.
Yeah, I just, I didn't want to do that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not enough cards in multicolor.
There are, though.
Well,
We could do multicolor and
I mean,
neutral
sure,
together.
if we all pick different
Could've.
ones.
Which we usually sometimes do. Not today, though.
No,
but we're going to dive
Usually
in
sometimes.
with Bryn's number 5, which is...
Oh, it's the Tennessee Sour Mash. I just like this card a lot. Is it actually one of the best cards? I don't care.
Yep.
That doesn't matter.
You mean
I just like playing with this card.
It's your list, Bryn. You can do whatever you want.
2 guts is good. 1 guts is good. As we always say, 2 is even better.
Mm-hmm.
And you also get to use it to kill a rat or a cultist or something like that. It's pretty okay. At level 0, admittedly this card gets like so much better when you upgrade it, but at level 0 it's pretty okay.
Yeah.
It is pretty okay. Which is why it's
Yeah.
one of the 5 best levels of survivor cards.
Dude, survivor cards suck.
I mean, when your class is all about sucking, it only makes sense that your cards suck, right?
It does, yeah, you're right.
The one thing I really like about Tennessee Sour Mash is how it feels different between a rogue plane and a survivor plane with just the abilities on them, which I think is like a really successful design of fitting into those two worlds where like with survivor you're going to pass the first one because your brains are usually high, and rogues are like, oh god, please just make this
Like
a little bit
you're
softer.
saying there's a chance.
And then like the bottom one, the rogues are going to handle, I mean the survivors can handle that one pretty well as well, but like a rogue is going to like take advantage of that a bit more, I feel. But
Yeah, this is like actually a multicolor card.
yeah.
Yeah, good job on that one. Not just hybrid like all the others are.
Yeah. If you don't know, hybrid and magic
Sorry,
is...
no, the other way. It
Yeah,
is
the other way
hybrid. It's
around.
supposed to be hybrid,
Yeah.
not multicolor.
Yeah, yeah. All right. My number 5, I actually don't even remember what... Oh, yeah, look what I found! Hey, look at that. 2 cost, it's a
Look
fortune.
what you found.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's a car.
Would you look at that?
It's a whole car.
I'll just never forget, because when we were cleaning one of our first stream room, we were just starting to play ARKHAM, and I was moving into my basement suite. And we were cleaning the room, and Mike's just like, Justin, look what I found. And he holds up your copy of Look What I
I
Found.
remember missing that.
Yeah. And I was like, what the hell? And I just gave it to you, and I was like, Travis, look what Mike found. This card's like actually incredible.
That's why it's here.
Yeah, there's an upgraded version, but you don't need it. Like, the upgrade is sweet, but you don't need the upgraded version. The level 0 is going to last the entire time and do a good job.
Goes into a lot of level 0 survivor decks and makes it into the campaign quite frequently.
Yep. I'll run, like, these as a 1 of, sometimes even a 2 of in my Goon Survivors, too. Because it's just, like, you just, like, are like, I have nothing to do. Here's a 2-shroud location. Me do it, you know? And it's just, like, go do something else, Kluver. I got this covered. It's really good for that. And it commits for 2 book when you need it as well. It's just like a really good card top to bottom.
It is.
Yeah. This one's like one of the top offenders of Rex Murphy can't actually
Yes.
play that.
Yeah. Was it this one that I put in? I think it was either this or Lucky.
I think it was Lucky.
I think it was.
Lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there's not very many cards that you'd ever care about.
Yeah.
That he can't play, but this is one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
You might want to play this in there.
All right, Travis, your number 5 is...
It's Perseverance. Wow. This makes into a lot of my survivor decks and like cards that can play decks that can play red in general. It's like just in place of guts usually. It is a guts, and then instead of drawing a card, sometimes you get to not die, which is
pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. That happens a lot. We don't doom out very often anymore.
No. It's
not since we started drafting. Anyway.
It's die or die or win.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card's just really, really solid all around.
Yes.
Cost 2, which is like not too hard to hold on to. You can just sit with it in your hand, and then It's guts in the early game and late game. You just don't die.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you can use it as like a weird makeshift, like I've had worse, where the game says you got to take damage split, and you're just like, instead of putting this on my assets, I'm just going to take it, and it would defeat me, and I won't take it.
Yep. 100%.
That card is quite good.
It's very good. Yep. And it's like one of those ones too where you don't feel bad, even if you cut one of them, keeping one for the final scenario, just like as like your pocket ace, just in case,
I
things
only have
go
like
shitty.
ever drawn Perseverance and been like, why is this in my deck?
Yeah.
Every time I draw, I'm just like, nice.
Yeah. Well, normally the cards are like, why is this my deck? You never put in your deck again because you learn.
Yeah.
No, I just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Bryn, your number 4 is.
We got Act of Desperation. This card is just kind of cool. If you are doing the thing that it wants to do, it is very strong. If you are not doing the thing that it wants to do, then like please don't play this card. It's not very good.
However, with that said, it's really fun to put this in like Min and Rex and like actually just like, empty a book on someone's face, like throw the book at them, but actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of money with it sometimes. There's a lot of blue cards in particular that have finite uses but cost you 5 or 6. And you can just get that money back.
Yep.
It's almost like it's kind of firearm support.
Almost
It
like
is
that. Except
incredible
that it works
firearm support.
with everything.
Yeah. But it's
But it's best with firearms.
No, you can throw that Cyclopean hammer at them and get guaranteed 2 damage.
Wow.
It's not guaranteed.
I mean, it pretty much is.
You get the 2 damage baseline on his Cyclopean hammer. It's the 3rd damage that's
Man, this is so great because this was like a conversation in between videos.
Yeah. I mean, you can also
bring up Cyclopean hammer so we can see that the +1 damage is baseline. The 2nd damage is just what the card does.
It's +1 from 0.
I can't.
No, that's not how fight cards work.
I can't bring it up in this video, Travis, because it's not a survivor or a level 0 card, unfortunately. So it does not fit under the purview of this video. I'm sorry.
Fine.
All right, let's go to my number 4, which is Lucky.
Look at it after.
This is just a 1-cost event. When you would fail a skill test, you get +2 skill value for this test. Good card. It just is like a bad ward of protection, kind of, actually. But you can use it like on your turn as well to pass a test.
It is a bad ward of protection, but it's a good unexpected courage.
It is a good unexpected courage.
Can you
It's
imagine
got a
if
lot
you
more
upgraded
utility
red?
than ward protection.
Yes, it does. Yeah, but it's like not a.
But
It's one of those things where like you kind of one of your rite of passages of learning ARKHAM is like when you're going 2 to 2 and you draw -3, Lucky can't save you. So like it's a little bit less consistent on that, but the card is still incredible.
It can. You just didn't put enough XP into it.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then there's the level 3 version, which is why this one's a bit lower for me. Like if it was early on, I would put this one higher, but now that like Lucky 3 exists, that card is wild. Well, actually, it has no symbols, but Lucky's just a
don't
it's a big card.
any kind of test.
Don't,
It is wild.
don't do that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine if the upgraded unexpected courage was just like 3 and 4 of Lucky? Might actually want to play it then.
Yeah.
This card was also like a lot more important back in the early days when Survivor didn't have cards that boosted their stats and
Yes.
they just sucked.
Yeah.
All the time you were like, yeah, Duke, get them. You got 4. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we can make this work. Let me just commit 2 cards from my hand to make this somewhat viable.
Yeah, now you have like chainsaws and guns and shit. And it's kind of like,
There's it feels really good though when you see like someone failing a test, then they're like, wait a minute, I'm better better lucky than good, as they always say. I played with a new player, and I built him a Tommy deck, and just seeing him be like, I'm like, are you sure you got this Ghoul Priest? And he's like, yeah, I'm very sure. And I'm like, this motherfucker has a Lucky in his hand. And then he used it, and I was like, yes, yes. I was just like, pretty happy for him. Cool card. And it's still very good. Travis, you're number 4.
it's Take Heart. Wow. Survivor doesn't get economy cards, and this is one of them, and it's actually pretty okay. So you can just like dump it into a test that you are guaranteed to fail as an action to draw 2 cards and gain 2 resources. So like you're spending your action for a +1 card and +2 resources at level 0. That's pretty good.
Yep. And then you're also playing Look What I Found, getting 2 clues. It's all just perfect.
Yeah, it's like I was describing the baseline before of it, but
yeah, the floor is really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like it just gets better when you have like a Look What I Found to get you value out of the test, or you're committing it to like a Mythos phase test that you're just gonna fail anyway and maybe doesn't matter, something like that. You can also use it to help your teammates out, which is nice. Maybe it's really nice as a flex card. You know, be able to support your Guardian when they're having trouble finding money for their thing, or like finding their weapon. You can be like, just dump an investigation check or whatever. And then when it's at its best, it's actually just Seal of the Elder Sign.
Yeah, that is pretty much what this card does. Like, you will draw the blue token, guaranteed.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, like, I passed, and it's great, I got great value, but I was, like, really banking on that card draw. It's, like, so conflicted.
It is a little bit weird that they've, like, managed to homogenize a lot of the classes and what they can do, but one of the things they haven't touched is Survivor and not being able to gain resources or draw cards, really.
Yeah, because what's their, apart from a card we're going to be talking about coming up in the near future, the only other one that's, like, there's Schaffner's, which is, like, I think fits in Survivor because it's just for items, right? But then there's that End of the Road card, which has that Survivor thing of, apparently their new thing is you just have garbage in your hand until it's good, like with the new, like, pelt shipment, right? But, like, I agree, like, their Survivor thing, they haven't really gotten into that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Bryn, your number 3 is...
We got Able-bodied. As long as you are so very strong, like this presumably
Strapping
college
young man.
athlete, nothing will be able to hurt you at all.
Nothing.
Ever. Not snakes, not rocks,
But
nothing.
you can't have your hands full.
Well, yeah, how are you supposed to throw the javelin at the snake?
What? If you have the javelin, then this is worse.
There's no javelin item yet,
Javelin's
right?
not an item.
No.
Javelin's just like it. You
And
just put
what-
it in play.
What is it?
It has no types.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Ross, what are you doing?
It's demanding attention.
Yeah. Anyway, this card outperformed my expectations the last time that I used it, which is also probably the last time that I will use it. But it's really good.
I would love to, like, say Bryn's lying, but this card was
It was like,
super impressive the last time I saw it.
the reason that we did not lose.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that it's on my top 5, but this card
Red
blew
cards
me
are
away.
bad. This one's not bad. Mostly.
Good job,
So.
Russ. You're gonna love that. All right, my number 3 is Resourceful, and it's also Travis's number 3. Wow, we did it.
The only shocking part about this is that it's not number 1.
It's true. It's true. Well, there's more things coming.
Well, yeah, we're not going to stop the list now.
We
actually-
could. We should. We've never done that before. Stop the list video right in the middle. I think that could be a fun thing to try. Anyway, Resourceful is a really fucking good card. Recursion is very powerful, and before this, this came out pretty early. This came out in Carcosa. Before this, Recursion was limited to just assets, right? And now it's any sort of Survivor card.
Anything at all.
Yeah, but there's a lot of really good Survivor cards that you can recur, and a lot of them actually also can now enable combos in your deck. There's a lot of synergy with certain investigators like Silas Marsh when you just get your Elder Sign and you can bring back a million things, and even just
Like this and True Survivor is one of the first real combos in the game.
yeah, and then even just you just get to grab the best card that you want when you get it, and it has such relevant symbols on it, right? Because you get to do this while also advancing the game.
Yep.
Right. That's the nicest thing about it. It's
It
why
doesn't have to be you. Just while someone at your location is advancing the game.
Yeah. That's also why I like Eureka, right? Because also Eureka, that you do it while also advancing the game, and you just get such value on top of that. It's insane. Yes. It's one of those things where I do wish the card, I do wish it removed itself. Just because, like, it would, like, feel... But when it came out with True Survivor, that was, like, intended.
Yeah.
They wanted that to happen. But I think, like,
I bet
it's
they
just...
didn't test it.
Yeah, I think that's... It's like, yeah, it was like a concept on paper. They're like, yeah, this is good. And then it's just one of those things that...
Yeah.
It's a very powerful effect, especially at level 0.
You know, I never really thought about this before, but like, what happened in playtesting that said a card not named Resourceful? Like, that's the best thing you can do with it?
It's just
It's
looping
like,
two resources.
yeah, get +1 to 3 kinds of tests.
Yeah, they were
Like,
probably
really?
like,
Like, what
Minty
do we-
fans
is that-
getting fan getting 2 Belko every turn. That's too good, man. That's too
Yeah.
good. We can't have that in the game.
Like, what happened?
That is probably...
about that before.
Hey, Russ,
but,
don't do that. That is probably exactly what happened. It was just like Minty fan. They were just like, book. And they're like, don't worry, we got you Glimmer of Hope. That'll be our resource.
Oh, you know what I bet it was? I bet it was fucking Rex playing 2 of these and just looping them every turn.
It could have been. It could have been.
Oh, yeah.
+1
yeah.
book every turn is 2 of his
They
off-color
could have.
cards.
They could have solved that by making it a
But-
fortune, though.
They could have.
All right. Bryn, your number 2 is...
Oh, it's Stunning Blow. Have you ever been engaged
Snake.
with like a snake or other enemy and wished you were not? Have you tried hitting them in the head with a lead pipe?
Yeah, really hard.
Because like
It's my lead pipe.
it'll work.
This is my survivor lead pipe weapon.
Just about every time.
It'll come one day.
Yeah.
It'll probably have synergy with Stunning Blow if they did. It better.
If his attack deals damage to a certain enemy, automatically evades.
Let's go! Crush the snake.
Yeah. Just like evading enemies for free is very strong. Not having to spend the action on that. It works on an elite enemy because you have to pass a test against the number on their card. Although there appears to be no sort of real rhyme or reason as to when you're allowed to and when you're not. So.
And is the rare appearance of a survivor practiced skill.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just practiced. He's just like sitting in his basement. Dummy looks like a snake. Like,
Bonk. Bonk.
yeah.
I'm so just
Bonk.
thud. I'm the best
over
at
and
this.
over
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, card's like sick as hell. And it was one of those ones that I just was like, I don't know why, but like back in the day I just skimmed right by, and then Bryn was like, this card's really good. Then Bryn played it and I was like,
Yes.
I've been a believer, and
It's really good if you got to kill some cats from Saturn. They're weak to lead.
oh yeah.
It
Yeah.
turns out. Actually just about everything that lives, it
Yep.
being weak to lead, but
There's also that
whatever.
there's that other it actually is really good in Dream Eaters because there's also that other enemy that if it's evaded it just gets like discarded. Yeah, pretty sick. All right, my number 2 is Act of Desperation.
Wow.
Yeah, this card is actually insane for level 0. So I've played it in Tommy, Tony, and Mark, and it's incredible in them. Because, like, you get so much out of the card. You get rid of your item, but you turn that item into its money back, and you usually get, like, +4, +5, or +6 for this attack, and it deals the damage. You're 100% right, Travis. This is, like, if you're playing firearms and you have access to this card, this is, like, the key to just making sure that you can immediately play your next gun while turning that gun into damage.
Yeah, it also smooths out the transition between them.
Yeah, because you kill the enemy and then you're like, new gun, right?
Yeah. And the enemy's dead and you don't get attacked for playing your new gun.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
It's a very
Value.
it's a very powerful level 0 card. Like this could cost like 1 experience. Like I think too much. Like 2 would be too much, but like at 1 experience, I think this card would still be very fair. At 0, it's a steal of a deal.
Yeah, this is one of those cards where like it's clearly intended to be used by like survivor flexes, but then you can like play it in dedicated monster killers, and you're like, oh.
And like
true.
I've even played it in like this was part of the Necronomicon is trash deck that we built for Rex, right?
Yeah.
And it does it still. Like it's just resources, and then you can do other recursion shenanigans with it.
Yeah.
It's a great card.
Should build a Luke deck with this, like versatile it in.
Yeah.
Discard his
Great
his
gate box. Yeah.
like
Why?
because you're desperate.
It's true. You play the desperate skills in the deck.
What-
Call it
what's the-
Desperate Luke.
What's
Yeah.
the payoff? So like the Necronomicon's trash deck. At
free
least
money.
you were like a fighting deck. You were there to like kill enemies because you could get the Necronomicon back and do
Yeah.
it more often, right? But like, what's the payoff to paying 2 experience to make your deck bigger?
Don't worry, Travis.
Put a card
we got
that
an
only
answer.
has 1 use to make your board state
We
worse.
got an answer, Travis. Do you want to know what that is?
We can't. I mean, we can't tell it to you here because like that would.
It would ruin the Bryn
video.
Madhouse. Yeah,
like,
we have to wait for
yeah,
that. Sorry, Travis.
yeah,
Sorry.
Okay.
But just
I
wait.
we can tell you after.
Yeah,
after
once
we're done
we
with
do
it,
the Bryn
yeah.
Madhouse.
How do you find it? It's not you can't go tactics or gambits.
You got yellow cards. It's
Yeah, you
not
got
a
yellow
problem.
cards. Draw all the
But your
cards.
deck's bigger.
Yeah,
just,
yeah, yeah.
Just play Uraka.
Okay.
Urkai, that's who killed Aragorn. Just play Urkai in your deck. Also, this card commits for 2 fists, so it's also really good for that too.
Do that.
Yep, it does do that. All right, Travis, what's your number 2?
It's drawing thin. Wow, this card is actually insane at level 0, so much so that you're not allowed to play at level 0 anymore.
Yeah, I this one should have been on mine, but I was like, it's not actually like a level 0 card
But it
anymore.
is.
But it
You see,
is.
there's no pips up
It
there.
is.
You can
So
just,
that's why I'm glad you put it on the
legally
list
is.
because
Yeah.
it was
deserves to be here.
such a quick taboo too. Not as quick as the Necronomicon.
They print it and they're like, ah, shit. No.
And like, yeah, they like because it came with track shoes, so they must have like done that. So they must have seen someone
probably
do that.
only played it in Read and then people playing the other investigators and they're like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh.
We only tested with this one investigator and they were like, this is fair because Rita sucks.
Sorry, Rita. She
Well,
did suck.
she
Then.
was horrible when she
bad
came out,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is like, you might be like, oh no, I increased the difficulty of this test by 2. You, like, yeah, sure, you have to fail a test, but like, you like failing tests, and what if you only had to fail 1 test and then you got 2 of these out because they're slotless and you can have as many as you want, and then you
It
get
costs 0.
4 resources or 2 cards
Oh,
or 2
man.
resources in a card for a single action.
So I think also.
And you
So-
can still just pass the test if you can.
Yeah.
That's just like our Hemlock Veil build, right? Like, we're both playing Black Market. We're both playing 2 of these. We're trying to get one of us to have 4 of them.
Throw some
That-
ancient
that's-
stones
yeah,
in there,
like who
baby,
knows?
you got
Who knows what else we're
That's
doing?
a
It doesn't
fun-
Ancient
matter.
stone,
It
baby,
doesn't
you got
matter.
stew going.
That's a
right there.
fun
Yeah,
idea.
right.
We should try to
Or,
do that. Like
or
a,
even like one of them's a big money deck, and they're like, "Yeah, this test is 5 harder. I'll fucking pass it anyway. I don't
Yeah.
care."
that would be a fun thing to try.
Yeah, so this was like their other attempt at giving economy at level 0 a Survivor. And then,
Yeah, it's not.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, no. No, no,
Like,
no,
in,
no.
yeah, like
Like
in
if,
theory.
yeah, if Rabbit's Foot was like choose 1, gain a resource, or like draw a card
Yeah.
when you fail a test, all right, sure,
Yeah.
that would be fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be. It's still pretty good.
Do you think it's like? I think it's pretty reasonable at 3 though, because like you have to like go for it.
Oh, yeah.
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 It was in sound theory, but at 0, no.
Also, I think it might be like okay at 0 if it was even just limit 1 per investigator.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Bryn, you're number 1. You know it. You love it. It's
Is Mr. Potterson? He's the best. He's the best there's ever been.
we love Mr.
He
Potterson.
just shows up and he's like, "Don't worry about it. Everything will be okay." Of course, he doesn't know shit because he's a teddy bear. But like, anyway,
Yeah.
you'll feel better about it for a little bit.
The thing I love about Mr. Potterson, apart from the fact that my wife just died. Apart from the fact that he's a bear, it's that like he is so playable in so many different spots and in a lot of different reasons for different
I was
investigators.
going to say, this got to be
Yeah.
one of our most played Survivor cards.
Yep, definitely.
I definitely skew the average a little bit.
But we all play it.
But you also
Like,
like
he's good.
you also skew the average by playing. I don't play Survivors because you often play Yorick and Justin often plays Survivors, and they have bad book scores.
No, they don't.
They do.
Daryl puts the average up like a whole half a point.
Yeah. So there's one of them that has a good book score.
It's true.
But
Yeah,
he
but
did.
it is definitely, yeah. Because it's also just like a great inclusion in like a splash deck. It's just like, I mean, you
I'm not playing it.
I mean, you don't even have it in your collection. You don't have Carcosa, do you?
I do.
You do?
Yeah,
no,
I'm
you
not
want to.
playing it. I'm playing like this plus brain necklace instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's got like Pete, right?
Yeah.
So
But I mean, like, even just like you could,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's like,
yeah,
it's
that's
one of those
the
things
that's the
that's like,
secret though.
Yeah, I
Pete,
got this guy who's like strong
he's-
arms
he's
I can
also-
run to when I'm feeling sad instead of a teddy
Yeah,
bear.
he's
true.
also like a teddy bear. He's really
He is.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also really fast.
So fucking fast.
But that's why I like
A lot
Church
faster
Keepsake,
than
because
the teddy bear who can't move.
It
Because
can't.
he's a teddy bear.
Yeah, that's
He's
tough for
inanimate.
him.
yeah.
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 Yeah,
All right.
one day we'll get a Mr. Potterson investigator.
Probably
Oh,
not.
that's a nightmare. All right, let's close out this video with my number one, which is also Travis's number one. We have
Wow.
Scavenging. Travis, I'll let you start for this one because I started with Resourceful.
I don't like this card.
All right. I don't like it either. It's very powerful. It's
It was like neat and kind of niche as an engine card until they printed the keyring, old keyring, and then this like just kind of the good survivor deck, I think.
yeah, because then also Edge of the Earth as well with like the ice picks as well. Just another thing that's just like super easy to recur. At this point now, there's like recursion is a cool game mechanic, but as you even said, like ages ago on our channel,
Yeah.
it's one that you need to like watch out for, right? Because it is a very unhealthy mechanic as well, right? And like someone like Yorick, that's
Has
good recursion,
Every
right?
single card game ever has found out.
Yes, yeah,
What are you
like
talking about? Dredge is a balanced mechanic. Yawgmoth's Will? That's a fair card.
No one's ever played that
No.
card and done something fair.
No, they haven't. They absolutely have not.
you know, it's like there's like what's that? There's that new fucking thing. It's in Theros lets you play all your stuff with escape from your discard pile.
Oh yeah, Escape the Underworld.
Yeah, and I just like I watch people play Commander, and then they're just like, oh no, I'm playing a fair deck, and then they play that card, and it's like, oh fuck, I won. You know, like it's just like you can't like recursion is just inherently like
Past and Flames.
yeah, it's just like one of those things where you just get too much value out of it. And I think ARKHAM has hit that point now where there's just like too much value to get out of scavenging, right?
Yeah, it was like a fine thing when the thing that they were apparently the most worried about you doing was like using Resourceful to get a Resourceful back. But there's way too many things that Resourceful can get back.
Yeah.
It's way too much.
Yeah, no, I think you're also at the Edge of the Earth is really what pushed you over with Schaffner's, where you
Yes.
can like
Yeah.
recur your economy now. So there isn't
Yeah.
even like
A downside.
There isn't even like a hump to get over where you have to actually pay for the things that you get because you just have them. And Schaffner's can fucking pay for itself.
And Edge of the Earth also had like
And
even just
kills
like
itself when it runs out. Like,
yeah, that's the
why?
thing, that text too. Like yeah, because like that's great for like Yorick decks, but once again, like Yorick is so like confined into that box that he has to go through. Investigating helps you win the game and does this. And then there's also stuff like bandages as well, which also is just like you just never die to damage, right? Because with scavenging, you can just like never die to damage,
The
which was
worst
also
part
meant
is
to be.
they intend for it to be that way, right? Because the reason those have those is because they're slotless.
Yes.
So you have to have a way to discard them so you can wild switch
Yeah.
and discard them if it wasn't to recur them.
That's why it would be so fun to see more cards like Active Desperation, which like benefited from discarding stuff that you had in play, rather than stuff instantly discarding once it was out of uses. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck this card.
Yeah. This was a lot. It was Edge of the Earth. Yeah, like old Keyring was like there, but like Edge of the Earth, yeah, was definitely the one
Schaffner's.
that pushed it over the limit. And I mean, like they're getting a new one again in Hemlock Vale. Which, if you're watching this on YouTube, we have our spoiler roundup coming on Sunday, so look forward to that. But in the meantime, those are our the top 5 Survivor Level 0 cards. What are yours? And what do you think of Scavenging? Are we wrong? Let us know in the comments. Travis won't yell at you too much if you disagree, but no promises.
No, I'll provide you with factual evidence of why graveyard interaction is a degenerate mechanic.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one, and as always, a GG's.